Well, here we go, friends. Another potential for some strong to severe weather as we head through the next several days, really. Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday have some pretty good chances for severe weather. So when it happens, I try to go live on YouTube. So if you like and subscribe, that would alert you that I'm doing some streaming. And that's love it when that happens. It's like the first go-to place when there's severe weather, because in TV we do it only in certain particular instances. It's got to be bad enough and in the right place, things like that. But with YouTube, I can just do it whenever I want, and so here we are. Anyway, let's take a look. Here's we're talking about Sunday. Now this is Sunday afternoon. This is instability. This is so CAPE, basically how much CAPE is in place, and the brighter the area, like this is low, moderate. Once you start to get into the yellows and reds, even the blues somewhat, that means that there's a pretty good chance that you're going to see enough instability that if storms are potential, if there's a cold front, if the storms are possible, then you're probably going to see something severe. And that's certainly the case here, especially down into parts of Kansas. But notice how from the Panhandle all the way down towards Grand Island, and this is 1 o'clock Sunday afternoon. Now, I don't think anything's going to be happening until about there. I'm going to back that up. Right around there. That's 10 p.m. And this is probably your best chance to see severe weather start up right around here. So I do want to make sure everybody knows that Sunday, most of Sunday, if not all of it, is going to be perfectly fine for much of Nebraska. It's Sunday night that we start to see those storms really pick up, and it'll start over here, and then it eventually moves over here by Monday morning. So there's about 2 in the morning. It's in south central, basically along and south of Interstate 80, and then everything pushes east into central and eastern Nebraska by 10 a.m. So this is just the instability, the fuel that is in place. Doesn't mean that's where the storms are going to be. It just means if storms push into this area, they have a better chance of being strong to severe. One other thing that I wanted to show you, the geopotential height. This has a pretty good, it's like coming down here and then whoop, goes up like that. This is by Sunday, 4 in the afternoon. This is when things will get started. Here's Nebraska right here in the middle. And when you kind of see that uptick, that upslope right there, that's usually a pretty good bet that there's going to be some sort of jet stream that's going to add to the ability for storms to get going and stay going. And that certainly looks like it's going to be the case. So here's your stormcast. This is the timing. This is 7 p.m. See, nothing's even happening. Maybe a spot shower in some places around here, but this is your main troublemaker right there. And it really kicks out into southwest Nebraska about 9 or 10 o'clock Sunday night. And then look at that. See how it just bows out. You're looking at the potential for strong storms. Hail is a big bet. Damaging wind and maybe some tornadoes. I could see tornadoes in this area right here. See those clusters in front of it? That could be your hail and your tornado threat, and then this is your wind threat coming in behind it. And kind of the same thing. Notice this is 1 a.m. This is Monday morning now. Clusters and a big wave here. There's that wave, clusters in front of it. 2:30. This is 2:30 in the morning. So this is an overnight thing. Right there, that line. That's the entire state of Nebraska right there. And then by about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, it looks like it's weakening a little bit as it moves through eastern Nebraska, but still got these clusters before and after it. So there's a lot to this storm system. And then by 6 a.m. Monday morning, you can still see there's storms out there, but it looks like it has weakened. So this is interesting. I'm going to kind of scale back about probably right there, around midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. That's probably your best bet for the very severe weather, and also when it starts right there. This 9 p.m., 10 p.m. That's usually a bad spot, and then once it gets going, like right there, I think this about 1 to 2 o'clock in the morning. So a couple of different times we could see these storms be on the strong to severe side. And this is, I hate seeing this too. These clusters out here in front of it. All of this mess right here, that was never a good thing. But you know what? On the fly, what I'm going to do, I'm going to change the kind of model that we're looking at. So that was the NAM. Let's look at the HRRR, and I'm going to get rid of the cloud cover just to make it easier. And now we're going to look at this model. So black screen, here we go. Wait a minute. Okay. This is kind of a different view. Notice these have storms by 7 p.m. in southeast Nebraska. It has a completely different way of doing things. It is trying to connect the dots right there. And then it has all the storms moving into northwest Nebraska by 9 p.m. And you still have, so you have these storms here, and then this cluster here. So this is interesting, because this is, I haven't looked at this model yet. This is a brand new model. I just decided on the fly to look at it. Look what it does. It has that storm, has two chunks of it. This here by 8 p.m. Sunday, and then so it has this and this. Interesting. I'm not sure which one to believe, the NAM or the HRRR. Okay, anyway, we'll keep going. Let's see what it does. It pushes that line out here, keeping this over here, and then this over here is just kind of in front of everything. And then everything fades away by early Monday morning. I mean, that makes sense. It's kind of, it has a similar feel. Like, see this right here? That's similar to what the other model had. But this one has the clusters in front and then has things lingering behind it. So, all right, let's take a look at the rainfall totals. You're looking at probably anywhere from 1/4 to 1/2 inch. Maybe if those thunderstorms get going in southeast Nebraska early, like that one model said, then maybe a little bit more. Okay, so the severe weather potential is highest in this area and then this area down here. Almost all of Nebraska in a slight risk, that level 2, but this area and this area has the better risk. Now what are we talking? We're talking about the potential for a tornado, and especially if you look down here, that area right there. Wichita's right smack dab in the middle. We're kind of on the northern edge of this. Still a 2 to 5% chance, which doesn't sound high, but it's not zero. And usually when you get 2 to 5, that means you're probably going to see 2 or 3 tornadoes, maybe 4 or 5. That's kind of how that goes. Significant tornado parameter is, it's when you start to see those oranges, that usually means that fuel is there. And then the reds. This is a 3 right there. So when you start to see those reds pop up like that, pretty good bet that there's at least things in place if a tornado wants to form, mainly along the Kansas-Nebraska border. And then by Monday morning, it's in south central and southeast Nebraska. Updraft helicity, that's upward movement with this twist. It's pretty high right along, especially in southwest Nebraska, and then it lingers into early Monday morning. Large hail, this is probably the highest risk out of all of them. You have large hail, damaging wind, and tornadoes. I think the large hail potential is probably the highest potential. Look at, you got all these hash marks. That means, let me put that up here for you real quick. That means this. Anywhere near those hash marks, 2 inches plus. So that's bigger than golf balls. Golf ball is 1 3/4. 2 inches is the size of a lime. So that means big hail is possible basically for all of Nebraska. And you can see all of the yellow and the reds even showing up. This whole area right here. Pretty good bet that if a storm is moving through that area, that you'll see some large hail. Look at that just move its way into eastern Nebraska by early Monday morning. Damaging wind, that is almost always, you hardly ever not see damaging wind with a severe thunderstorm potential. And then moving into Monday, and this is from Monday afternoon, you're still looking at southeast, south central Nebraska, all the way down. The better bet is going to be from Dallas all the way up into the very southeastern corner of Nebraska, but we're on that northwestern edge once again. So that's the forecast for Sunday into Monday, and then Monday afternoon. So just have your head on a swivel, make sure you know what's going on, and I'll keep you up to date. But like and subscribe, that way you know if and when I go live, and you can follow along and ask questions if you want to. See ya.